Hi everyone. This is to draw your attention to a very important story about a young journalist called Naveen Surinje, who has been languishing in jail in Karnataka for the last 2.5 months. This story is important not just because of the miscarriage of justice that Naveen is a victim of, but because his particular case raises many important issues about the violation of democratic rights and the issues of media and media freedom in this country. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Naveen's story. He's a young 28-year-old journalist working with Kasturi Channel. And in the 7 years that he's been in the business, he's built up an impressive track record of doing hard-hitting stories against communalism, excesses of the police force, violations of corporates and SEZs, as well as excesses of the security agencies and anti-Nakshal activities. In July, there was a terrible case where a wing of the Sangh Parivar called the Hindu Jagran Vedike stormed into a homestay in Mangalore and beat up a whole lot of young people who were having a party, amongst them several women who were slapped, dragged across the floor. Naveen was tipped off by somebody locally, and he and his cameraman reached there and was one of the first few journalists to reach there. There were 5 others who reached there later. And heavily outnumbered by about 43 of these Hindu Vedike activists, all they could do was to really shoot this entire heinous episode as it unfolded. In a bizarre twist, 2 months later in November, several months later in November, Naveen was arrested as the 44th miscreant in this entire attack. 43 of these people are already in jail, and now Naveen has been lumped with them as one of the miscreants and charged with the same charges that they have been, which is criminal intimidation, use of heavy weapons, outraging the modesty of a woman, and criminal conspiracy. A district court denied him bail. Naveen's friends and Naveen then moved the Karnataka High Court. In December, the Karnataka High Court also turned down bail for Naveen. Not only that, even while it dropped some of the charges, which is of criminal intimidation and use of heavy weapons, it introduced an even more bizarre observation into Naveen's case when it said that Naveen had colluded by virtue of taking that video footage. He had colluded with the miscreants, and by not informing the police when he had been tipped off, he has become party to the crime. While this is, by all accounts, in itself factually incorrect, because Naveen did try to reach the police and the police did not turn up, but that apart, it raises huge questions about how a journalist is meant to function. If he gets a tip-off, is he meant to inform the police, or is he meant to first see if there's any truth to the story and arrive at the crime scene himself? Also, is a journalist wrong in documenting something that is unfolding before his eyes? Naveen has stated in his defense that there were 43 miscreants, and he and his cameraman were outnumbered, and the only way that he could really help the people who were being beaten by these miscreants was to record it. It is in fact on the basis of this footage that the 43 others were picked up. It is really time that everyone in the national media, as well as many human rights activists and lawyers and judges, take note of this case, because not only is Naveen suffering in jail, he suffered a bout of chickenpox, was very ill. There was a talk from the Karnataka Home Minister that they would withdraw charges, push to withdraw charges against Naveen, but that meant that they would also withdraw charges against all the other miscreants. Naveen is on record to say that he would rather stay in jail than let the miscreants go unpunished. This is a story that needs urgent attention. It raises many questions about the functioning of the media, genuine ethical questions that every journalist struggles with. That end of it calls for debate, but Naveen being in jail calls for immediate redress. There's another reason why Naveen's case is so important. It points to the increasing intolerance of the government and the police in Karnataka towards journalists, particularly journalists working in small towns or in hinterlands, where any oppression of them will go below the radar of national attention. Also, we in the English-speaking national media are often quite immune to the might of the state and how it can come upon us if we cross them. Very often journalists in the hinterland are not protected by the structures that we are, so it is particularly important for us to take note of this. There's another case of a Tehelka journalist, somebody who Shahina, who used to work with Tehelka, who was investigating a story on Mahmood Madani, and she was taken to be a terrorist by the Karnataka police, charged under the UAPA. It took a lot of hectic action from our part to enable her to get bail, but the charges against her are still being pursued. And this is a prime example of how journalists can come under attack unless the fraternity stands on them on stories where they are clearly undertaken in the spirit of high ethical journalism. I do hope that you're going to make your voice felt. Do read about him in Tehelka. Look up the video that he shot, that his cameraman shot, and draw your own conclusions. Do also look up Naveen's track record of journalism and see if he looks like somebody who would be party to such an attack. And then you can draw your own conclusions. Thanks for listening in.